Welcome all to Home of Politics. I like to appreciate everyone who is participating in the growth of this channel. Feel welcomed so much. I appreciate the subscribers, those who are viewing, returning viewers. Some of them are watching from far, and whether you are in this country, outside, please continue watching, subscribing, and for those who are sharing my videos, thank you so much. Continue sharing them, and don't forget to turn on the notification button, and your comment is also highly valued. Thank you so much for those who are engaging me every time in every videos, and I really look forward to grow together with you. And remember, this is the place to be if you really intend to be informed, and I promise you that I'll be updating you on every trending news and politics around you. Also, if you have a topic of suggestion on what you want to be discussed in this channel, please send me through the comment section so that I can analyze it to the best level and people can benefit from the analysis. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, there is some questions that have been going around about Martha Karua. That one is the running mate who was to deputize Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga if things could have turned out well the way they had planned. And this Martha Karua is right now very silent, is not active like the way she have been in the past several months, and it is raising a lot of questions and we don't know what is happening. Some of the people have been really having questions on how Martha Karua silently has become silent once, and this is the person who has been in front line every time, in every move in AZIMIO La Umoja. And today I want to respond to your questions about why Martha Karua is just silent and she has kept off so much from these gatherings that is associating with Raila Amolo Odinga and the AZIMIO La Umoja at large. My good people, the first reason here we see Martha Karua and other leaders from Mount Kenya, not all of them, they have been convening in groups. Themselves they call it Kamwene meetings, and each time when Raila Amolo Odinga and other Azimio brigades were holding their conference or their meeting or public briefing, these leaders, including Martha Karua, could assemble earlier in their own meeting. After there, then they could proceed to that meeting that have been prepared by AZIMIO La Umoja leader. And we see amongst the leaders who have been in forefront in having this small group Kamwene meeting, we have Martha Karua, Jeremiah Kioni, Peter Munywa, and others who have been having their small meetings around outside that one of Raila Amolo Odinga. And probably this is the meeting that has been collecting other ideas according to their own political affairs from the Mount Kenya region, more especially the specific regions where Jeremiah Kioni, Martha Karua, Peter Munywa come from. They have been assembling to clear out the air and plan how they can succeed in politics themselves from Mount Kenya as leaders, but not as a team on the other side in AZIMIO La Umoja. And so there's a possibility that the small regrouping that they have been having every time before proceeding to AZIMIO La Umoja's meeting, there is a possibility that these smaller groups are the ones that have been keeping Martha Karua off from these AZIMIO La Umoja meetings. We also see that Martha Karua right now, the mountain region that she claims she comes from is very slippery to her. It means that anywhere she is trying to step to convince the people of Mount Kenya to fully follow her in AZIMIO La Umoja, things are not turning out the way she's expecting. For instance, we know Martha Karua on her ground or the locals, she doesn't have any influence at all. Even if you compare her with other leaders who have been working hard so much to push the agenda of AZIMIO La Umoja, Martha Karua is the leader who brought very few votes like completely nothing, because she brought a zero support in AZIMIO LA UMOJA, and this shows us clearly that she has been rejected by the locals. And in order for you to have a voice to speak to the nation, you should be accepted first by your locals, so that the whole nation can accept you. And for Martha Karua, in this mountain region, her voice is never heard. The locals even do not recognize her as their leader. And her voice of echoing out saying that she comes from Mount Kenya, I think maybe she represents herself and some of the small relatives who voted for her, but not a whole of Mount Kenya. And this is the reason why I say Mount Kenya is very slippery for Martha Karua, because they do not recognize her since she does not have any influence. And lack of influence and authority in her own local regions, this is the reason why she is very quiet, because she does not know the next move, what she will tell the public, or the method that she will use to convince these people again that she can be successful with their support. We also see that of late, Raila Amolo Odinga have been prioritizing Kalonzo Musyoka very much, and their relationship have been very closely tied together. You can also see this is making, in one way or another, is making Martha Karua to stay away from the relationship of these two leaders. For instance, we know Kalonzo Musyoka is one of the influential leader from Ukambani, and comparing the influence that Kalonzo Musyoka is having countrywide with Martha Karua, Kalonzo Musyoka is very worth if you compare both of them. And there is no way Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga can risk concentrating and focusing so much and paying attention to Martha Karua and afford to lose the influence that Kalonzo Musyoka is having in Kenya. And so the best thing that he did, he put aside Martha Karua and he decided to work closely with Kalonzo Musyoka. And the relationship between these two leaders is what is keeping away Martha Karua from being active the way she have been. We also see that if you compare the quality and the effort that Kalonzo Musyoka and Martha Karua have been putting so much in growth of AZIMIO LA UMOJA's politics, Martha Karua's impact is just not noticed, because measuring on the votes that she gathered from her own region, this lady just brought totally nothing on the table, because in her own political party she was the only person, no even governor or any other candidate from any other seats, and she stood alone, and the support was very minimal. I think here this is the only point that made Kalonzo Musyoka to win the interest of Raila Amolo Odinga against Martha Karua. And because her influence is very low, if you compare with that one of Kalonzo Musyoka, then we see Martha Karua sees herself like her standard in AZIMIO LA UMOJA is not matching. If we see ODM brought a lot of votes on the table, very many votes, because it has influence across Kenya. We also see Kalonzo Musyoka, his Wiper party, voted, and people recognize Kalonzo Musyoka so much in Kenya. And the two parties, ODM and Wiper, these are the parties that at least brought many votes on the table. And if we put the votes that Martha Karua brought on the table, then she does not deserve equal attention, equal priority with that one of Kalonzo Musyoka. And maybe with cross-examining herself to the extent of the impact that she brought on the table, this is the reason that is making her to stay back and avoid public meetings with AZIMIO LA UMOJA coalition. The other reason we see, there was a time when Raila Amolo Odinga met President William Samoei Ruto in Mombasa, and we are being told that the former president of Nigeria, Obasanjo, was there, and they talked, they agreed and solved their differences together. Why do you think Raila Amolo Odinga was the presidential candidate 2022? Karua was his deputy by that time. Why do you think this leader could leave out his own deputy when he is going for talk with the president. Yet when the government maybe could be formed with Raila Amolo Odinga and his party, maybe if they could have succeeded to be in the government, then Martha Karua could be the second in power. Why did he leave him out? Maybe because she was left out in that meeting in Mombasa. This is the reason why she's staying back, because she's not being prioritized in other agendas. We also see the other day during the Africa Climate Summit in Nairobi, KICC, Karua was not available. Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga went himself alone. The other day we saw Kalonzo Musyoka in his state house. He was not accompanied again with Martha Karua, and this means that the two leaders, that is Kalonzo Musyoka and Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, are prioritizing themselves in the forefront, and they are not even remembering that there is this lady called Martha Karua. And from those instances that I've just told you, it shows clearly that Martha Karua should stop pushing herself so much into this politics, because every word is counted a lot in AZIMIO La Umoja, and they cannot deserve equal shares, of course, and equal priorities, because the influence of Martha Karua in AZIMIO La Umoja is very, very minimal. The thing that we have been seeing Martha Karua doing is just pushing the agenda of opening the servers of IEBC, because she knows if by chance Raila Amolo Odinga is the winner now when the server is opened, then she probably will be the deputy and she will be in the government having a top voice. But remember, she brought nothing on the table. And so, because of that, she sees herself like she is fighting so much for something that she is not deserving. My good people, we also see that professionally, Martha Karua is a lawyer. She is a great lawyer. And apart from being a lawyer, she have been in the previous government having great seats. She have ruled very well. And maybe with the critical analysis that she has just used to observe Raila Amolo Odinga and his moves in every year's changing politics, then she sees that she cannot go far with Raila Amolo Odinga. Why? There are so many people who are together with Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, but right now they are very, very diverse. They are in another level and they are not with Raila Amolo Odinga together. Remember the time when Kenya had some disputes, when some cases were taken to ICC. That time we see Raila Amolo Odinga had a lot of followers, and all these followers left him, and right now they are in government. They joined other parties and they decided to work independently. We also see up to the politics of 2010, 2015, 2017, 2018, up to 2020. Raila Amolo Odinga had these powerful leaders like Musalia Mudavadi, Moses Wetangula. He also had some leaders like Babu Namwamba. We also had some leaders who are very, very determinant in politics, and they are very significant in their own regions. These leaders all deviated and ran away from Raila Amolo Odinga and joined the government. We see even the leaders who defeated immediately after the elections. We have the likes of Aisha Jumwa. Aisha Jumwa ran away from Raila Amolo Odinga and decided to join the government. And from that instance, we see that everybody who have just dissociated himself with the AZIMIO La Umoja politics or Raila Amolo Odinga's politics, they joined the government and they seem to be in a better position and doing well. Actually, maybe using Musalia Mudavadi, Moses Wetangula, William Ruto himself in person was close to Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga in the past years. They were in the same party. After they dissociated, right now he is a person who has achieved what he wanted. And maybe using the example of these leaders who are in government and who ran from Raila Amolo Odinga, it is what is giving Martha Karua a very big challenge to go back and recompose herself. And she should decide if she can remain where she is, backslide in politics, or change direction and join the likes of Moses Wetangula, whom they were together with Raila Amolo Odinga. My good people, we see according to how things are changing, it is good for Martha Karua to cross-examine herself and at least have her own stand, because it seems she's just fighting the wind, and at the same time she knows very well that her influence in her own region is very minimal. They do not recognize her as a leader in politics because so many people do not recognize her and they do not prioritize her. Yet she is fighting so hard to have big seats in the nation. This is very, very ironical, and Martha Karua should take the advice for free, because right now she has been defeated with the national politics, and what she needs, she should go back to her own region, the locals, and perhaps if she is thinking to have a very big seat in Kenya right now, she should at least start with the county governorship, maybe to be a woman rep, to be an MP maybe, yeah, or to be a governor, or even something to do with the county, but not the national level. Why should I say so? She can be very influential in her own region if at all she will go back to the ground and give ears to listen to what the locals are saying. Right now in Mount Kenya, a lot of influence is being directed to Kenya Kwanza, and we see Mount Kenya is having so many leaders that are in government, the likes of Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, we have Kimani Ichung'wah, we also have Ndindi Nyoro. We have so many leaders that are coming from Mount Kenya, and they are making sure that UDA and Kenya Kwanza is prevailing the whole of the mountain. And so it will be better for Martha Karua, if she really needs to survive the longest in politics, to go back to her region, to her county, and start forming close relationship with her own people. This is the first way to be accepted by her own people before she comes in the national politics, vying for a presidential seat, vying for a deputy president seat, or even a very big seat that she cannot afford because she do not have a great support or a good foundation from her locals. And from that time, when she will go back to her region, consultate with her own leaders. In fact, people like Peter Munyo are the best people to advise her from her grounds, because we see Peter Munyo was a governor for the past years, and he is aware of all the strategies and all the way that they can use to have a lot of influence from the people of their region. And so it will be better, very, very better for Martha Karua to quit this national politics, go back to her region, home county, start working with the locals, listen to what locals are intending to do, and be in the same line with the locals. After there, she can now rise very slowly from her own constituency, proceed to the county level, and perhaps maybe in the coming years, 2032 there, she will have formed a lot of people. She will have organized a group of followers who can elevate her directly from the ground directly to the national politics. And she should also encourage other people to join her political party. People like MCS who want to vie for MCS seats, she should also welcome other people to vie seats through her ticket, so that she can gain popularity and to convince a lot of people that she has that leadership quality. For instance, in her past leadership, she has not been a bad person. She led very well, and she is right now recognized because of what she did in the previous regimes, but not the influence that she has brought in AZIMIO LA UMOJA coalition. And for Martha Karua, take it from me, you should go back to your group, to your region, reorganize with your locals, listen to them, work with them, start growing from the ground. Because even if you are fighting for national politics, like being a deputy president in AZIMIO LA UMOJA, and in your own local region you have zero support, then it means you are doing nothing, because no house can be built without a foundation. And the house that should be built is a political career that she's featuring to become a great leader of Kenya, without the support or the foundation from the local people in her own region. So for her to succeed, let her go back and think twice, and come in the coming years or future elections while she has a full backup, a full support from the people of Mount Kenya. Otherwise, send me your ideas in the comment section about this video that I've just done, and what will you like to advise Martha Karua for today. Have a nice day. Thank you for watching.